is Chris from VitaminCM.com, and today I'm going to show you how to use some Greasemonkey scripts to make Google Reader a lot more productive. I have Google Reader open right now in Opera web browser, which does not allow you to use plugins and extensions as Firefox does. So if you look at Google Reader, I can go through stories and I can do a number of things. I can save them, I can tag them, I can email them to people. Now if I switch over to Firefox, you'll see it looks pretty similar. There's a couple different things. You'll notice there's a few extra buttons and icons and things. I'm going to talk about what they do in a moment. If I jump back to Opera, one of the things I want to talk about before we even get into Google Reader, I have a Greasemonkey script called Auto Add Feed to Google Reader, and this allows you to streamline the process of subscribing to RSS feeds and getting them into Google Reader. So I have a page open right now that has an RSS feed. It's Yahoo Sports, the Major League Baseball page. So let's say I wanted to subscribe to this. I would click on the RSS icon, and then a button would come up that would say subscribe. And then it would ask me all different information about how I wanted to subscribe, things like that. So you get the point. Kind of a annoying process with a lot of hard work. Well, with the auto add feed to Google Reader script, if I go into Firefox and try and subscribe to Yahoo Major League Baseball page, I'll click the RSS icon. And you notice it thinks for a second, then it automatically adds the feed to Google Reader, and it opens up Google Reader right to that feed. So really nice. I mean, it takes a bunch of annoying little mouse clicks out. Anytime I want to add a feed, I just click the orange button, say subscribe, and it just does all the work for me. So this is very handy. I want to take a look at a particular article to show you some of the really nice features that you can add to Google Reader with some of these Greasemonkey scripts. So if you look at this particular article, using Twitter to get travel assistance in an emergency. So I think that's pretty useful, and I want to do a couple things with that article. So when I'm in Opera, I don't really have any of these Greasemonkey scripts available to me. Now if I switch over to the exact same article in Google Reader, you'll see I have a couple nice things. Oftentimes I see an article and I want to bookmark it using Delicious, so I can always go back and look it up later. I have the Google Reader plus Delicious script added in, so if I right click on the article's title, it says bookmark this link in Delicious. When I click on it, it logs me into Delicious and it opens up the field. So I can put a note, tags, whatever, and then I'll just click Save. Now, if I flip over here to another window I have open where I'm logged into Delicious, and you'll see my recent bookmarks. If I refresh and type Twitter in, it will search through, and there's the bookmark I just put, using Twitter to get travel assistance in an emergency. One of the other things I like to do when I'm reading my feeds, a lot of times I just quickly check them at work, and I'm working so I don't have time to thoroughly read them. So what I like to do is make a to-do for me so that I can act on whatever is in this particular article later on at home when I have more time. And I use a site called Remember the Milk for task management, and the Remember the Milk cow in Google Reader puts this little icon next to each article title. When I click that, it opens up another window in Remember the Milk, and it gives me everything I need. So it says it's a website, and it gives the title, it sends it to my inbox, priority, I want to put a priority of 3 on it, due today, time estimate, 1 hour, tags, website, so forth. I could put any other information on it and click Add Task. Okay, and that leaves the little window open. I can close it if I'd like, or leave it open. Now if I go back to this other window and go to my Remember the Milk page, and I'll do a little refresh here so that I can get all my newest additions. And you'll notice here this new one that I added, a website using Twitter to get travel assistance in an emergency. And if I click on it, you can see different information, so the link, and now I can just click on the link. It will open up a new tab with that article, and I can read it. One of the other things I like to do is using Twitter. So if I click on my Twitter page right now and refresh it, then I go back to that Google Reader article. If I scroll down to the bottom of this article, you'll notice there's a Twitter link here. If I click that, it just opens up a little field. I can put tags in, so I can put tips. It gives the URL to the article. It uses tiny URL where I can shrink that link down to a smaller link. I could type in any information I want, so it puts the title in. And then just click send. It's going to ask me for my credentials, so my ID and password. Click OK, and that will send it. Now if I click back over here into that window, and I'll just refresh this Twitter window, you'll notice that that post I just sent goes right up to Twitter and is my most recent post. It has a URL, so anybody that wants can click it. It will open up the URL in another page. So some pretty helpful things that you can do. Another nice thing that's in there, if I wanted to see a preview of this article without having to go directly to the page and leave my feed reader, I can just click this preview link and it will show me what the article looks like on the website inside of a kind of little mini window, which is nice because sometimes you might think it's something other than it really is, and you look at the preview and say, nah, I don't really feel like spending any time there, and just kind of keep, plowing along through other different articles. So those are some tips where you can use Greasemonkey scripts with Google Reader to really enhance your productivity.